Okay, let's have a look at the life table method, also called the trapezoidal method, as a half cycle adjustment. So you'll hopefully remember that the reason we need to do a half cycle adjustment in our model is that at the moment, without a half cycle adjustment, we're assuming that people remain in a particular state for the whole cycle before transitioning right at the end. It's more realistic to assume that they spend on average half of the cycle in one state and half the cycle in the next. So what we need to do is we're going to copy these 4 columns and paste them here, and we're going to change the title of this one to life table method. Okay, now what we're going to do is get rid of what they say, and instead we are going to say equals 0.5 times the row that we're currently in plus the row afterwards. Okay, so as you would expect, halfway between 1000 and 960 is 980. Copy across, and then we're going to use Control D to copy down. You'll notice that I'm not filling up this last row. That's because if I did try to fill up this last row, you would actually end up with it trying to take the average with 0, and that's not what we want. So at the moment, this is calculating for cycle 1 only up to cycle 39. So you might need to extend just to 1 extra cycle, but I'm not going to do that this time. I'm also going to remove those 2 rows so we don't forget to do that. Now, at the moment, these are still referring over here to the state membership. We need to move them over to refer to the life table method. So it's quite easy to do that. We can just click on that formula and we can retype it, or we can just click and drag. So that's now updated. Select everything. Control R to fill right, Control D to fill down. So these are now updated, so they're referring here. The formatting has gone slightly off on these, so I'd like to just sort out the number formats on those. There we go. And qualies, we're going to do the same. Just drag that across. Control D to fill down, Control R to fill right. It doesn't matter which order we do those. Okay, so now we can get rid of that, and we have the costs in the healthy, diseased, and total state, qualities in the healthy, diseased, and total state. You might want to also just change these so that they're only referring to these rows down to here and not going any further. Okay, that didn't work. What do I need to change? It must have hit escape instead of enter. Okay, great. So these are now all referring only to these rows where we have the calculations completed. And there we go. That's our half cycle adjustment all done.